Just a quick disclaimer before we get into this video. This video was recorded before I moved to my new apartment, so some of the stuff like me talking about being stressed about moving or like getting the house stuff in order is no longer relevant now, and I have started streaming since, but at this time I was incredibly emotional and like stressed out. So just bear with me if I'm talking quiet sometimes or if I'm talking about house stuff. That was what was going on at this time. We're working through the backlog of recorded videos for Onigiri. I'm very excited to be in my new place and relatively settled in. I just got my new computer setup going and looking forward to creating more up-to-date content coming up very soon. Take it away, Pastea. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Onigiri, my Jungle Zen Resort Island, and I finally hit 3 stars, which is so exciting. I have a lot of really nice villagers right now. Let me show you the map. I'm so excited about these villagers. Let's start with the ones that are not going to be staying. Lyman, Zell, and Deirdre are not going to be staying on the island, but we do have 5 villagers who will be staying, so that's exciting. Marcel, Bangle, the newest addition, Faith. I'm so over the moon that we got here. She was like one of the ultimate dreamies for this island. We have Julia and we have Sandy, and I've wanted Sandy for a very long time, so I'm also really excited about her. And Bangle is one actually that I run into her all the time because like peppy tigers are pretty popular, so you see a lot of peppy tigers when you're doing that first hunt. And Bangle has always stood out to me as one that is very cute, and she is so adorable. I've been really enjoying having Bangle on this island. Also, Marcel, he's just such a silly little guy. I love his saying of non. It's so cute. I don't know why it's so cute to me, but also his green color is just really adorable too. Anyways, so we did just hit 3 stars, and I did get the construction app as well as download all of the like tools that go with it. So I have everything in place. Let's start up the island designer for the very first time. I'm so excited. I have all of them unlocked, all of the tools that I will need, and it's very exciting. I also downloaded a lot of custom designs, so let's just go through them real quick. I think this is one that I used on Papagayo. It's like you can put it under tiki torches or street lights, and it just adds a little cute detail underneath them. I got these 3 different kinds of pathing, which I feel like line up with my inspiration really well. I do want to make a bunch of custom designs for this island, but I feel like these 3 are ones that I'm really drawn to, and I like the color scheme. We have one pool design, and it has some different ones. This is like a shallow water kind of slats that I can put like pool chairs on top of, and then this one is a step that goes down, so I think that's really cute. And then I have another water design which is meant to be put on top of sand, and it looks really cool, so I'm very excited about that one as well. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to have a tropical island, is because of this path, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous on top of sand. I have as well this little grass detail. I'm actually gonna move that up to the top to be used. I like to have in the top left corner of my custom designs all the ones that I go to frequently, like little filler designs in the top left. Then I have this road design, which I'm not sure if this road design is going to be the final one that I want to use on this island, but I feel like the sandy tones are like greenish enough that it feels tropical in my brain. There is as well another design code for a road that is a lot more colorful, and I'm not sure if I want to use that one or this one. This one just seems to fit in with all the other kind of like more muted sandy tones that I have going through everything else. And down at the bottom, I like to keep my simple panel designs or like signage stuff. So I have my flags and my cheeks design as well. as 7-Eleven code, which I love the colors on this 7-Eleven code. I feel like it goes perfectly with the colors that I want for this island. And then I just got like a Coca-Cola sign and a Sprite, as well as this like magazine, which it says it's from 86, which is the year I was born. So it's like, I'm gonna download it. And then I have a couple of breeze block designs, which I really love. And I feel like these are gonna be super fun to incorporate onto simple panels around the island. And then I have 3 different colors for buildings, for like townhouses. So I got one that is blue, which has the fairy lights and the window. One that is like a stucco pink, which only has one window, but it has this stucco design, which I love. And then a green yellow combo. So I really love those 3 that could make up some townhouses around the island. And that is what I have so far. And I'm kind of excited to get started, but as you can see, I have my little like a 1.0 entrance, and like there's a lot going on this island, especially like right around resident services. I don't know why, I just was very chaotic in the way that I placed down stuff. Like, just why is this one fossil there? I do not know. I've added in just like a lot of stuff back here that is so chaotic. Like, when I'm running through, I keep getting caught on stuff. It's insane. So now that I'm at 3 stars, I definitely want to start to clean up some of these little piles. I did go to Treasure Island and grab a bunch of flowers in all the kind of colors that I want. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff everywhere. Most of the buildings are on the beach. I find it really funny that I was able to fit the museum, Nook's Cranny, and 2 villager houses down here on this one. Ooh, a bottle. A snazzy pansy wreath. So I would like to clean up all of these piles and all of these flowers and chop down some trees at the start here. So let's just get right into it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be covering this whole entire island with sand. I don't think I need all of it to be sand. Like, I think I would like some parts of it to feel very jungly, but I do anticipate using quite a bit of in-game pathing. Oh my god, it actually feels so relieving to pick all of this stuff up. And Flick still has not come to the island. Like, all those wasps are... it's starting to be like a thing. I'm like, really? Flick has not showed up a single day? That's crazy. What do I need to do to get this man to show up so I can sell him all those freaking wasps? The goal for today was to make a mood board, and I'm kind of like, do I want to make my mood board right at the entrance? And I kind of do. Like, I kind of just want to be like, let's make entrance 2.0, and then we can tear that down, because I'm gonna have to tear it down no matter where it is. And if I build it somewhere else, it's just gonna stand for a longer period of time. I made the mistake on Chibi Moon of making the mood board in a very odd place on the island, and it threw me off. And I actually made it very big, like too spacious. And then I ended up just like stealing items from it for a very long time until it just looked like a bad, weird area, you know? So I don't think I want to repeat that. I think I would like to just make my mood board at the entrance and then take it down before I make the actual entrance that I want to make. I'm gonna keep this fridge here. I don't know why I like it, because when I come out of my house, I get changed. And actually, I'm gonna leave that radio there too. Alright, I've cleaned out a large area of space here, and now I'm just thinking, what do I want to do with pathing? I think... I mean, since this is just literally a mood board right now, I don't want to be too precious with it. I want to use this as proper like testing, so I want to see what that road path will look like over top of a bunch of different kinds of pathing. terracotta, this arched brick pathing. We're gonna test out a bunch of stuff. How do I want to test this out? I think I just want to do a simple line across. Oh, everybody's coming over. See what's going on. Hey, Bangle. Everyone on Love Star sings, you guessed it, love ballads. Screech Along is so metal and everyone has the best hair. Beep Boop Deep Doop has all the best dance music. I jump around my living room whenever it's on. Fancy Freestyling is where the rap stars of tomorrow make their debut. I can't rap very well, but I always try. With these shows, I get to hear new music and I get to be even more inspired to be a superstar. If I ever got the chance to be on Beep Boop Deep Doop, I'd dance and sing. I'd say, DJ, start a song, and then I'd be singing all like boop diddly oop boop, and I'd dance and actually, I totally forgot to sign up for dance lessons. Need to get on that. That's so cute. Bangle is a baby. Look at that yellow bow. Precious baby girl. I'm not sure that I actually like this one over top of a custom design at all. I feel like because it has these little grass pieces, it needs to be over grass. It doesn't even really look appropriate over sand either. Interesting. Okay, well that's good to know that this path doesn't really work on top of another custom design. That's kind of like demerit point 1 for this custom design. And I'm just gonna make a little 9-tile square with it so that I can see it appropriately. Does the middle tile have a... Oh, see, that's interesting. The middle tile doesn't have a transparent pixel. They probably do have a version that does have a transparent pixel over it. Now I'm like rethinking this path because I would rather it not have any transparent pixels at all and be able to lay perfectly over, or not have those little grass spikes. Wow, I really can't place down a tile at all right now. Okay, there we go. No, oh my gosh, I'm driving myself crazy. I do love how this path feels though. It just has that like arid, something about the color of this path just like makes me so happy. It feels like super three-dimensional. I really love it. Okay, I did want to test out this path on top. Oh my god, I'm so excited to use this one. I see it on so many people's islands and I get so like hyped every time I see it. I just like want to use it immediately. Oh my god, isn't that beautiful? I'm obsessed. That is beautiful. Let's test out some of how these guys will layer as well. This one does have a transparent pixel. Interesting. Another point against this path here is that the bottom has that grass again. So what if I put another... I mean, actually, I think that doesn't kill the vibe so much because this kind of makes it just look like there's grass poking up like between each of the things. It doesn't look exactly right with that. Just on vibes alone, I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, I love this tile. That tile's great, and it would layer really nicely over this brick because it has the red lines in the grout. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that combo. That is cool. Now, do I have any paths that really work well layered over the terracotta? I was thinking this brick could work layered over the terracotta. And you know what is great about this brick is that it does not have a transparent pixel, and so it can just be laid straight over as a transition, which is really cool. Okay, how would this one look over top of this? I need some sort of like transition strip that's more of a dark gray, like that can go in between to kind of maybe even a step design. I don't think I have a step design yet. No, I do not. Oh, I also wanted to see how this looks over top of sand. Yeah, that's so. How does it look over top of grass? No. Is this supposed to be over the light dirt? Okay, I'm not as big of a fan of this little grass sprig, but I do like the idea of it, so I'll leave that for now. I feel like I could make something like that as little filler codes, like little grass poking out of the ground. And I do love this as like something to put a tiki torch on top of. I think that's a really cute little design. Okay, now let's see. I was a little bit like, I don't know about this pool, if it's gonna be too like jarringly blue against everything. So I'm gonna put it back here. Oh no, I love that color. That is not too jarring at all. What? I'm obsessed. Okay, I really love that blue. That is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna make a little 9 square of that too. Oh my god, that's so cool. I am so impressed with this design. This is a very cool little pool design. And they have the plumeria floating in the water, which is so cute. And then they also have a ripple, so you can put like an item on top and it will look like it's really sitting on the water. That is so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Display here as a painting. Yeah, like I think I want to bump up the saturation of the blue on the flag, but I do really like that a lot. I think I want to download a few more tiles. Like I need a few more different kinds of tile to layer over. One that works as a transition that I can use anywhere where the paths meeting are too jarring. I want to put like a step. I think I need a gray step and more of a reddish toned step. That could work. And I also need some kind of fancier tiles. Like these ones are all very like street tiles and more. This one could work as more of a stepping stone kind of path if I layered it over individual paths. It kind of gives that gravel path vibe. To Pinterest we go. This is where I got the cobblestone path. And now that I'm seeing what I have on my island, I think that this pathway could be a great one for like a little bit more of a hotel elevated area. That's very interesting. I also really love these doors, but I don't think that I really need them. Okay, that's one to think about. Interesting. Hey. What if I were to just get this little chunk and then I could use it like to separate the paths? But would I need to get all the pieces? That's the problem. And I didn't really want to get like another 9 tile path. But I do love that. Oh, I'm going to keep that open for a second. And I actually am going to save that to my board as well. Oh, so this is actually the other road path that I was thinking of. If the one that I picked here didn't work out, I was thinking of getting this one. And I do really love, I think this brick actually is the one. Yeah, this is actually the one that I'm using on the island right now. I do love it. So I was thinking of getting this one. It's by Gayomori as well. Man, the paths are just insane. Like, I can't deny it. I really love their paths a lot. That is really cool. But this to me feels a lot more Grecian, if that makes any sense at all. And it's a little bit too blue. I have in my color scheme more yellow, pink, orange tones and greens. So I want to keep the blues to a bit of a minimum. Oh, what about a diagonal? That's actually really cute. Okay, that one is cool. I'm not sure about this middle tile being like an odd. It might be cute. You know what? I am willing to like look into this one and see if it works. I try to pin anything that I'm even vaguely interested in because guaranteed like the moment that I sink into my comfort, I'm like, I don't need to pin that one. Somebody's gonna comment like, where is that one tile? And you know what? That's totally fair. So I just try to stay on top of it. Okie doke. Interesting. Okay. See, I like this because it matches the individual little pools. That's so cute. Oh, that's funny that they have to like separate the code like that. Okay, let's look into that one then. Okay, well, let's get that one at least. That white tile, I think, is going to be the one. And we will... Actually, you know what? Okay, before I do that, I actually just want to take a screenshot of this so that I can go back and look at it. Oh, Bengal. I'm actually just going to take a screenshot on my computer as well because then I can open it and have it to the side here. That makes so much more sense. What a smarty poo. Okay. Because if I want to go back and get... I am going to download that new road tile and see if I like it. White pool tile. This looks very plain. I am suspicious of this. I'm quite suspicious of this, but I will download it because it looks good in the picture. So who knows? That could be cute. That could be quite cute. Okie doke. This was the other path that I was gonna get from here. And I do love it. I want to test it out because I feel like it goes really well with everything else that I have here. I'm just gonna have 100 different kinds of tile. I mean, what else is new? I love a good tile. That one is very fancy. That's one down. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, I wasn't expecting this, but wow. This, oh my goodness gracious. I'm like, Taya, you don't need another 9 tile path. Don't do it. Aww. Oh my god, it's Totoro. That's cute. Well, I am spoiled for choice here. I was just gonna get this one piece. So I think I might get 2. I might get 4. Low battery. That's rude. And if I got this road, then I could get this fish design that goes on the road. So that's pretty tempting, guys. And also, man, there's just so many cute details on this road design that are so adorable. Like this little flower. I don't need diagonals. And I think I'm gonna get the one that just is rounded like this with no path on the other side. Like not this one that has the color in the corners. I think I'm gonna get the one that doesn't have the color in the corners so that I can layer it on top of other pathing. We're writing over this one. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now. The only difference here will be this tile. The squared off edges of the other tile were better. I kind of like this color better. I could get the 4 corners that also have this tile mirrored in it, which could be nice. I also want to test out what this looks like. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. Doesn't that look perfect? Like having a little barrier there and I could use it on all of these. I could just put in this little barrier and then it makes it automatically look like it flows a lot better. I can even use it on the top here, and I did get the left and right so that I can just separate out the tiles from each other, and that looks so much more seamless. Like, that flows a lot better. Okay, I like that. Let's test out some of the other tiles that I got, because I got several other types of tiles. I got this fancy one, which is really beautiful, but like kind of over the top. I feel like that's a sparsely used one. I also got this guy, which is very cool. I really love that one. That's very fun. I want to keep this guy in over here. Yeah. Okay, that's already like so much more variety in ground tiles, and I love that. Okay, and this one was the one that I had it pictured to go around the pool. And I do like that. Like, just having something that is so clean and just put together, that feels really nice for around a pool area. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. And I also got these detail pieces to go inside. It's a lot of Gayomori paths, but I really feel like all of them just, like, they work so well together and they just fit with my theme, like, exactly. I know I'm gonna add more to it, like I might end up removing some of them and editing them around, but I really like the starting point of this. I think it's very strong. It also pulls out a lot more colors from what I have in my little mood board here. There's a lot more floral elements because I added this and I added these guys. Kind of works in a more flowery motif. This pathway, I'm actually glad that I decided to get it because this one adds a lot with the green, bringing back in the punches of green to the ground. These two work really well together, like this one and this one. It's really giving me everything I need. Like, even this, like, that's so cool. Like, having a little border. Oh my god, I'm so tempted to go back in and get the corner pieces too, but I think I'll hold off. But man, there's a lot of versatility in just having those edge pieces, because then I can transition between like two different kinds of tile, like an in-game path. Even if I wanted to like butt an in-game path right up against it, I could use that as a transition piece. I love that. All right, I think the next thing that I have to do is customize some items with like signage and stuff. So let's see what I can customize and put out here, and just items in general. Hey y'all, it's voiceover Taya, because in real life Taya stopped talking at this point. I'm just customizing some items for my storage that are customizable with some custom designs that I had on hand. I really especially love the Coca-Cola design that I got, that I decorated those bottles with. Got some sweet Nook Miles points for all of my efforts. I was a little bit disappointed, however. Going through my storage, I realized that I didn't have as many items as I thought I did. This is the nature of restarting an island. There's only 40 pocket spaces. There's only 40 pocket spaces, so even going to treasure islands back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, there's no way that you can accumulate like all of the items that you could ever possibly want in a short amount of time. And I feel like this is the moment when people can get dejected over a theme that they've chosen because they just don't have enough items in their storage. You know, that's when I tend to get dejected. I was actually feeling that way, not just because of the real life stuff that was going on at the time of this video, which, by the way, this video is from May 22nd, which is insane because now, as of doing this voiceover, it's July 18th. Still, that's so crazy. Anyways, with the life stuff that was going on and going into my storage and not being able to see like all the items that I could ever possibly want to decorate this island kind of got me feeling down. But I have since then gone to many other treasure islands. Since doing this video, a lot more has happened on Onigiri that I will be sharing with you as we go on. But just adding some context to how I was feeling at this moment. I was like, I really had hardly any items at all, but that's just the way it goes. And I actually highly recommend doing this now that I've done it and now that I actually have built the entrance. Spoiler alert. I highly recommend building a mood board the best you can instead of building an entrance when you first start up the island, because you don't have enough items yet. It's going to be a little bit frustrating. What do you have? You have custom designs, you have some fencing, you have some plants, you have very few items that you like that work with the theme. And it actually kind of reminds me of something that I did on Papagayo. I kind of made a mood board at the entrance as well, and just used whatever items I happened to have on hand at that time. And I really liked that first entrance that I did for Papagayo. And then when I ended up doing, which by the way, Papagayo was my second ever island, and it was jungle themed. So this theme is very adjacent to it. I mean, now at this point, I finished what, like 12 islands. I don't know how I can't keep track of that number. It's not that difficult. It's not like I'm producing islands that quickly over the last 4 years, but either way, I really do recommend doing this like somewhat entrance at the beginning, because then it starts to look like your island, but you know it's just something that you threw down. It's just like a concept of an idea of an entrance. So the pressure isn't as great if you don't have all the items and if you aren't able to make it look exactly the way that you want, because you know you'll be redoing it and then you have a better idea in the future. But here we are winding down, and I'll throw it back to real time. Taya, take it away. I need to add some more to this because it doesn't feel quite complete, but it still feels very close. It feels like reminiscent of my mood boards and things. Oh, I need some fencing. That doesn't really do too much, but it does a little. I need like a lot more different types of fence and stuff. Honestly, I don't think this is a bad start for like a mood board when I have barely any items on this island. I feel it's so funny because I was just saying like, oh, I have so many items on this island already. And then I go to make something and it's like, I have nothing. Immediately I'm like, well, I don't have medieval building sides. I don't have like like all the kinds of fencing that I want for this island, butterfly chairs and food items and everything. There's so much more that I need to get for this island to truly begin the decorating process, but I feel like this gives me like a direction to go in. I kind of like that it's just at the front of my island. I am going to get the pieces of this path that have the little orange corners, and that could annoy me in the future, but I think if I have enough different kinds of tile that kind of match in with an orange, that it wouldn't be that big of a deal to have there be corners on the outside. Either that, or whenever I place this tile, I could place it down so that there is an in-game pathing underneath, but I'm not sure if the middle tile has a transparent pixel. It doesn't. I wonder if there is one of these middle tiles that has a transparent pixel, but these ones don't either. So yeah, I think I would rather get the ones that actually have corners on them. So let me just do that, because like I don't want to have to come back later and remember to do that. So I just want to do everything right now. Accessing portal. Now the main question is, has this improved my mood at all today? And the answer is, I don't know. Great, cool, great information, Taya. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out a lot better. It limits only slightly what I can do with this path, but I think overall it's gonna make things feel more seamless, which is what I want. Yeah, see, already that just makes it feel much more put together. That is awesome. Oh my god, I love this mood board. This is really cool. Isn't it cool, Deirdre? Don't you love it? With your orange juice, with your orange sody pop. Delicious. Don't walk into me. Yo, Taya, how you doing, whatevs? Some days I get myself super hyped, like just ready and raring to go. Take a nap or whatever. Cool story, bro. I really like this mood board. I feel like I am a little bit deflated, not gonna lie. Like, I want to be real. I want to be real with you all. I think there's something about starting a new island that can be deflating. And I feel slightly deflated right now because I don't have as many items as I want. I need to get more fence. I need to get a hedge fence from Leaf the next time that he comes. I need to get medieval building sites and just like building materials, street lights, all of that kind of stuff. So I think I'm still in my collecting era. I'm still in my organizational phase. I don't have as many pink items as I need. I think I need to go back to my color scheme and just make sure that I'm not focusing too heavily on blue and red and more heavily on yellow and pink and green. Like, I think that I'm representing green well. It's just like, imagine more pink, imagine more yellow. I feel like it's the yellow items that I need to start focusing in on, because I wanted to have that like really bright sunshiny vibe. But as far as just a good, direction for this island, I think I'm in a good place. So yeah, I'm gonna end this portion here and continue my collecting before it's time for us to actually crack into the first builds on this island. I think I would like to work on some terraforming just on my own as well. Just an update on where things are going with the house. I don't feel comfortable coming back to streaming just yet. I would love to, but the sporadic nature of like people coming to view the house and just my nerves in general, I don't think allow for streaming while I'm doing this life transition, because it is a lot and it has taken a lot out of me. I would rather just create videos when I have a chunk of time that I know I have, and being more consistent with uploads in general versus trying to come back to streaming before I'm ready and just doing what I always do, which is crying on stream. Not my favorite thing to do, so I would like to avoid that as much as possible. Anyways, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.